Alright, everybody, how's it going? Hey, how's it going, Liz? Morning. Into the fire. Okay. Alrighty. Welcome to Monday. Glorious Monday. We are actually one day away from the new year. So, today is the second to the last stream of the year. Tomorrow being the last. Alright, so yeah, the new schedule is going to stay like it is. You know, we're doing the Minecraft stuff in the morning. And I will be doing other games in the afternoon evening slot. I just have to rearrange the files and everything and drop in a new hard drive that I have. Last for what? Streaming for the year 2024. So once I get the new hard drive and what? New something or other. So anyway, the once I get the new hard drive put in place and I can get all my files reworked and everything, because you know one drive did a major damage to me. I will be back on the evening schedule with other games other than Minecraft, of course. I mean, at least the one file I was able to save that I've been able to check was actually the supermarket file. Oddly enough. Okay, so what's been going on since Friday? Okay, schedule is baby talk. Oh, gotcha. All right. So Friday was the first full day that I was back on all of my medications, which meant my body was in the process of trying to readjust to have all of those meds running through me. So I started getting a little sick. That's why I only streamed for like about an hour, guys. I do apologize about that. That's not my intention, of course, but I don't think anybody wanted to hear me getting sick on the line. So I'm just walking through here just so you guys get a glimpse of what I've been kind of working on for the weekend as my body shifted back to being on its meds. I'm not 100% better, but it was okay. But as you can hear, you know, I'm definitely doing a lot better than I have been. I'm nearly done with being sick as well. The remnants of whatever respiratory infection I had or whatever it was is coughing its way out of my lungs. So, and now I think my wife has the cold. So it went from one of our kids to me to her. That's usually the way, right? Once one gets it, it goes throughout the whole family. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would have too, Liz. So anyway, as you can see, I've been slowly trying to get all the farms, the not actual setup farms, up here moved around or underground. Are you sticking around, Liz? Yeah, I know, right? It's just the family way of life, I guess. Well, okay. If you're just gonna stick around, did you want to get on a chat call? So I think pretty much you guys. Oh, well, maybe not. I don't think you guys saw this part. All right, give me a second then. Oh, it's this one. Okay. I redid the house that was here. This actually is a part of this, believe it or not. Alright, let me go underground. I don't think I need to sleep, but we'll set it up. And then let me get Liz in the call. In case you're wondering, Liz is my moderator. So, and she's also a longtime friend and Minecraft player with me. Okay, let me... Oh, you know what? I think I have to, oops. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh, wrong person. There you go. Okay. Now I guess I have to do this. Did it work? Okay.
Hello, hello.
Oh, hey. Okay, it did work. Morning, Liz. Okay.
Morning.
Let me sleep just in case so I don't have flappy flaps. Alrighty. So anyway.
Long time no talk.
Yeah, something like that, right? Alright, so as you can see, I moved some of the trees down underground. The short trees, anyway. I spent a lot of time digging the rest of this out so I could get these down here. So we got the oak, the birch, the dark oak, and the pale oak. At least down here for now. While the other trees are still up top. This gives us access to the land that these tree farms were sitting on so we can build stuff. This here is
it kind of looks like Etho's tree farm.
Does it?
Yeah.
Great minds. Huh? Huh? Huh?
Mm-hmm. You wish.
Oh, I'll remember that. All right, I got you. Okay, so if you remember, I changed this up too, as you can tell. This is the villager breeder, right? We were working on that, and okay, good. I do have a couple guys we got to work on. All right, this is the conversion floor. Okay, I think I have to make a couple more apples, don't I? No, I'm good. Okay, potions, I got 2. Good. All right. Down here was the temporary storage. I got to kind of finish this off a little bit. But this will be the transfer room. So, they come down here. And the area where I'm now training them and stuff is up this way. So they come down to this here. They go up into here. What?
What do you mean training?
Give them their profession.
Ah.
and then I gotta trade with them and stuff like that, and then they come up here, and I'll store them in here, and then they'll get their profession, and I'll work on trying to max them out
I
before I can
don't
ship them
have
up.
the patience
You don't have the patience for what?
for all of that,
Uh, yeah,
all the villager stuff.
it's definitely a job and a half. That is for sure. So that's what this
I don't
building
know how you
became.
do it.
I don't know, because it does get frustrating. So yeah, so I did this building this weekend. I did all that digging out and everything like that. Friday stream we put the I keep wanting to call these dormers. I think they are, right? Dormers up there on the trading hall. I gotta work on
I'm not
getting a bit
entirely
more
sure.
terraform.
Well, like the house, or
This?
I call it a house. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know what this is because of the one with like the. I think it was the one that you were working on. Yeah, I think this.
On Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the white oak.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, it turned out better than I really was expecting. Me and Robo were, discussing it because she had put up two different walls. She had put up the spruce wall, which would normally be kind of like my build style,
Yep.
and then she put up the pale oak. And of course, we've been wanting to build with the pale oak. We're just trying to figure out, you know, something to build with it.
Yeah.
We ended up liking both, but we both were kind of like, you know what? I think the pale oak was going to work better.
Mhm.
So, my brain was saying, go with the spruce, because I built a lot with spruce and gray.
Yeah.
But, and she actually did the pale oak. She did the wall, she did the aging and stuff like that, all herself. So,
Nice.
the only thing I
Yeah.
changed out were like these blocks right here where she had placed the stripped pale oak. I just made it so that you didn't see like the end of the block. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But no, I think she did a fabulous job.
Yeah, she did.
You know, we had to
That's a
add
lot
in
better.
the faux windows here because it was just too much. I mean, even though we were changing up the textures and stuff, we had to put something
Yeah.
there, and I can't get windows in there because in the inside hall, everything's pretty much covered. You know,
Yeah.
mostly for protection, but
I don't think I've seen the inside.
oh no, well, yeah, okay, this is what the inside looks like. You know, started our villagers. I got to mark up their signs and stuff yet.
Alright.
Second floor is the same thing. It's just more slots. I think.
I like it.
What did he say? I think we could hold 48 villagers in here with this
Oh wow.
design. And this is only just a beginning hall. Everything you see on this village is all just beginning farms. These are not like industrial farms or anything yet. They haven't gotten around to doing that. And because of the roof design I went with, I actually have space up here. I'm not going to put villagers up here, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But this space is available to us. And here's the dormer windows, or the windows. They're actually not meant to be looked out. It's just decoration for the outside, really.
Yeah. Do you have any ideas
For what?
what you might do up there? What you might do up there?
I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll do a couple more mini farms like I did with her barn or not. I don't know. I got to see. Plus, I got to finish decorating this floor. I got to work on the wall map a little bit more. As you can see, I got one more layer to do. This is the initial village that we originally started with. This was our initial home right there. So this is the barn. That's the stables. The old style mob farm. That right there is the water vader. The iron farm. That's where we're at right now. And this is the villager breeder section. That's the well, what was originally the map hall, but
Nice.
so we've kind of definitely been slowly expanding the place. I moved a couple of the farms down here, the melon farm, berries, and another one. Especially since I'm going to be able to trade with the guys that are here with this stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, instead of either filling it up or just lighting it up, the space gets used.
Is Robo at work?
Yeah, yeah. This week is a little messed up,
Mm.
only because it's the holiday season, so the schedule is like all over the place. So I'm hoping
Yeah.
starting the real first full week of the new year, she'll be back on her regular schedules.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's supposed to be with me today, but yeah, she's not here today.
Well, that sucks. I haven't heard from her in a while.
I think I could be wrong about this. She said she is off tomorrow. I could be wrong about that. But she is also working on Wednesday, which is the first of the new year. So if she is off
Yeah.
tomorrow, I'll be streaming with her tomorrow.
That's good.
It's just the holiday season's got everybody screwed up. Even
Yeah.
even my wife is working weird hours and days this time around.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me if you heard that.
Okay, so where am I at here? So yeah, I'm gonna have to probably maybe make this look a little bit better. The chicken farm, I'm gonna have to move it. I can't really
That's
build
gonna
it.
be a nightmare.
Huh?
I said that's not gonna be a fun project to move that.
No, no. I like I said, I was only doing basic stuff to get us going and started, but we've been doing a little bit more and more, and kind of hanging around this village area. And I was like, well, I can't really. I mean, I could try building something around this, but it'd seem awfully close
Yeah.
to the cactus farm. And I think I'd rather make it look, nice as compared to just having it stuck next to right into another building.
Yeah. Make a little garden.
So oh, is it really almost time to sleep already? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I really need to
We've been
sleep
on a
anymore.
long tangent, my dude.
No, yeah, but I've been also kind of explaining what's been going on.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So I mean, I know we do
It
have.
does seem like.
What's that?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No,
No, you go ahead.
we do have our own projects and stuff. I actually started mine just a little bit down that way towards the another little inlet kind of thing. But it seems like we're kind of sticking around the village here.
Yeah.
So, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say it did seem like it was short though. The day.
Yeah, it does seem that way sometimes, doesn't it? I mean, it's still only 10 minutes, but well, technically 11. But okay,
Yeah.
that right there is me working on the ice tray.
Ice tray.
Yeah, I was doing it all behind the scenes. Um, the first attempt, as you can see, where the box originally was, I ripped it out until I figured out the new mechanics. Apparently, well, I don't know if they're new or not, but they're new to me. Wait, what? Everything else is frozen but you, dude. What you doing, man? Freeze! So, this is now fully up and working! Finally. I was so mad at myself because I couldn't figure out how to get this to work right.
Have you seen the ice farm that Chris and Dan made? I think it was Chris and Dan on the
On Berrycraft?
Yeah.
No, actually, I haven't. I
It's
I was thinking I
freaking
was thinking about
new.
Berrycraft today, as a matter of fact, because I really need to get back onto Berrycraft. Um, I have a lot of projects that I got to finish on that one. Scarland season 5 also just ended, which means the new season will be starting, I think, sometime next month. So I'm gonna have to get on that too.
Mm.
And I had to get a chance to finish off that build either. All right. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at the moment as far as vonCraft is set up. So far we have not touched any of the ice areas. Um, Hopefully, with getting up a working ice tray, we won't have to touch these because I think we both agree that we like them as background. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Now I haven't worked on my area over here. I got all, as you can see, I got a lot of this lit up. I have not yet been lighting up the snow area because the torches will melt the snow unless you position them at a specific height.
Can you put them up? Can you put lanterns and light it up that way, like posts with lanterns?
That's a possibility. I'll have to test that to see if it's going to melt the snow layers. But eventually, I think if we're going to be building in the snow sections anyway, I really actually want to swap out all of the blocks for snow blocks. They won't
Yeah.
melt. So, at least they'll look snow ish, you know what I mean? So, I think that's what we're going to
Yeah.
end up doing. Because the snow blocks won't melt due to the lights.
Ooh, I almost knocked Violet over. I got an orchid yesterday, and her name's Violet.
Nice.
I'll have to show you a photo on Discord when you're done.
Yeah, all right. Definitely do that. Let's see. Since I last talked about this area, this is my build area. As I said, not too far away. um, I'm
Excuse me.
almost done with the terraforming up here, but I've also been underground, doing the digging to get the grand staircase in place. Okay, as you can see, I've been doing a lot of lighting. All right, let's zoom in here a little bit. This is so far, this section has not yet been terraformed, nor has this section. But all of this is ready to go. So this is the last little bit that I have. This L shape is what I gotta finish. So I wanted to get it terraformed before I actually put any builds up here, but the grand staircase is actually the first part of the build, which is underneath here. That's where the beacon's gonna. Your munching is kind of loud, dude. I'm trying to talk. Um, yeah. So this is where the beacon is gonna go, right there.
I'm not munching.
No, not you.
Oh,
I'm talking about the sheep.
because I was eating chips. I had my mic muted.
No, I was talking, and the sheep ate the grass, and no, I wasn't talking about you.
Wow.
I don't even think. Okay. Yeah. Now this was going to be a water vader. That's why you see two dug holes. Until I got to the bottom, then I changed my mind because I can't exactly have. I mean, I could, but I have to redig everything out again. Have a water vader around my beacon. And this does go all the way to the bottom.
All the way to the bottom? It's not just halfway?
Nope.
Wow.
So this is this is the beacon tower underneath this. This is me trying to get the setup for the grand staircase.
Nice.
You know, this is a concept that I've been trying to do for, oh god, a couple different iterations.
I like it.
Oh, used the wrong pick, dummy. Yeah, I mean this is
Weren't
better.
you trying to do that on the berrycraft too?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. It was out in the desert, right?
I don't know if was I going all the way down though with the berrycraft one. I don't remember. But let's see. I'm trying to remember. It's definitely something I've been working on. I think this is my third attempt at making a grand staircase. I think, or fourth. Definitely not more than four, but you know, it's just a matter of trying to figure it out, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so far this is the color design that I went with, at least for the lower section, anyway.
I like it.
You know,
like it though.
You know, and once again, the center part is all going to be hollow. There'll be a beacon beam going up through it. So, once I get the next floor on, I'll see how everything else is going to look too. Many projects things to do, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like working on the. Yeah, I'm not going to look forward to that. the Guardian farm on this one. At least, I think what I'll do is the Guardian farm that I did on Berrycraft, I'll do here. Because, you know, I like it, especially the 4-chamber thing. I think it works really well.
Yeah, it does. I like it too.
Yeah.
Dan trying to outdo us, though.
Well, of course. I mean, seriously, you know.
Dan and his building. It's not even that nice. Dan, if you're listening at any time.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna hate you.
Don't hate me, Dan. Love me. This is not the person you think it is. My name is Nigel.
Nigel? Oh god. Nigel is the name of a character. Oh, is the name of a character. That's my nerves twitching. On the show Psych, played by oh god, I can't think of his name right now. Darn it. Tim Curry.
Gotcha.
And he's playing it's kind of reminiscent of oh god, what is that guy's name there that does the judging for the people who sing and stuff? Like
Simon?
Yeah, Simon, like, you know, like America's Got Talent or something, whatever that is.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a Simon type character in this one, and his name is Nigel.
Yeah.
Huh. All right, so that's kind of, I think, the walk around for everything right now. So right now I'm just gonna be kind of.
It's all ugly.
Yeah.
It ain't no Dan building.
Yeah. All over the place. I think we could probably still call this the map wall because I switched the treasure maps over to being on this now. And
cool.
Yeah, we have a lot of this done. Actually.
What's
there's
your
a
next project you're gonna do?
That's a good question because right now we're concentrating on finishing up the hall right now. She's got to finish up her barn yet too. Technically the hall is good to go. It's ready. So, but I think, you know, it just needs maybe a little bit more decoration around it. I got to terraform here a little because the staircase goes right into a hill. So I gotta terraform that a little This was
I
this was terraformed before I actually put the build in. Uh oh, and the single cell farm that we have here for the iron is working amazingly well.
nice.
You know, I mean, the one that I built and tested based on somebody else's design has an 8 cell, and this one is fairly comparable, to be honest, as a single. And I just emptied this yesterday. So, and the funny thing is, when we were building the iron farm, I think originally it was over here. We didn't like the design we had come up with, so we tore the whole thing down and apart and moved it a little down, and this is what we built. The villagers are up there. The iron golem forms here. The Zombert is right there. Can we see the villagers from here? Maybe from the other side. Oh, there's an iron golem right now. There he goes. But yeah, the villagers are just right there. I think, and then I'm gonna get like 1 to 2. I think 2 more layers on this, and I'm gonna call this done. But it's actually started to work, oddly enough. Especially since we're kind of not next to it. Let's get underground. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is coming up
I'm
pretty
sorry,
good.
my asthma's acting up. I'm gonna mute for a bit.
Okay. This is the bottom of the iron farm. And this is the bottom of the mob farm. So, this thing was full yesterday. No, that's what we got from me taking everything out from yesterday. Oh, come on, wires. Alrighty.
Alright, we're back. So sorry.
Yeah, nothing to be sorry about, right? Alrighty. And as you see, this is how many patrols we've had to deal with. At least the ones that we actually went and killed. And finally, I managed to get this. After getting punctured 10 million times by these things. So I'll be working on fixing that up.
I remember one stream there was like 2 or 3 raids that happened within 20 minutes of each other.
Trying to remember when that was.
It was a while ago. It was
Was it?
like the beginning of this month, I think.
This is what I was working on last night. Moving all the stuff that I had upstairs down into an actual storage area. And getting things labeled.
Nice.
Why won't you grow? Out of every spot here, you are the only one that refuses to grow. we doing? Alright, now let's see what happens. I doubt there's a ghost block. Despite the fact that Mojang said they fix ghost blocks, they still exist. I gotta get used to my new layout. Okay. Anyway, alright, yeah, let's go do those villagers real quick. I am... What am I going to look for? Let's see. I probably should do another farmer. Oh, and I do need the unbreaking guy. That's what it is. Beat him up! Okay. Alright, so... Alright, I'm going to need... a composter. And a lectern. Well, we managed to get the efficiency 5. I wish it was a little cheaper than it is, but I'm going to have to make some more of these. Okay, give me that then. Alright. On breaking 3, I think is going to be just as impossible. Oh. Okay. Stick that over there for now. $30. Brain mushrooms. Bye. I don't think I didn't, did I? All right. What are you gonna give me? Bread and beetroot from mine.
Brains.
What?
I said beans. What's your favorite kind of beans?
Well, I only really eat string beans, really.
I guess mine is.
Huh? What?
What mine is?
What?
Maple beans.
Yeah,
Get
I
it?
guess you're gonna starve.
We have maple beans here.
Did you say you have maple
long.
beans?
Beans.
Oh.
Like Canadian maple beans. They're good.
What is a Canadian maple bean?
Beans in a can infused with maple syrup.
Alright, so what kind of bean is it? What, the base of it?
I think it's just brown beans.
Uh-huh. So I'm assuming then it's a Swedish type bean then. Sweet.
Yeah. Have you ever had beanies and weenies?
I don't think so. I mean, we've
Really?
had generally when we do hot dogs, at least here anyway, we try to make like homemade salads and stuff. I don't think we ever did like a bean salad with it. I mean, I've been to cookouts where people have made. Down here in the south, they have this this green bean salad, I guess, but it's made. Part of it is like ham that are diced and put in with it, and a couple other things and stuff like that. It's really interesting. I kind of like it, Enough. All right. So the food has to go over to the barn. Yeah, you gotta assign it there too. Okay. Let me go grab some of the beetroot we have. Gotta grab a book or two too. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, Rebel Kitty's been kind of busy with her workload.
Yeah.
You know, she's been trying, so. Apples are stored over there. We got horses, donkeys, and mules. Did you know you can't breed mules?
Huh? I thought you could.
Nope. They're not breedable. You can only do the donkey horse thing to get a mule. There is no combining of the mules. I thought we could originally too, but I don't know. Maybe it was something they changed. Oh, where am I going?
Do you know? I mean, I know you're not a doctor, but you have more experience in the world. Um, Earlier I was gonna go back to sleep because I woke up around 5,
Uh-huh.
and when I went to when I tried to go to sleep, it was hard to breathe. But that's kind of usual for me. Like it's not an abnormal thing for me. It's more of a mental thing sometimes, I think.
Right.
Because every time that I would freak out originally, and every time that they would do oxygen levels, I was still in the 90s, so there was nothing wrong. It just felt like I couldn't get air, so that's why I think it's a mental thing. But when I closed my eyes, you know, you've been drunk before, right?
Long time ago, but yeah.
You know when you close your eyes when you've been drinking and like the world feels like it's spinning?
Yeah.
That
Sounds like a blood pressure
I would
issue.
have been, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
At least to me, anyway.
Mm. That or a balance issue. or vertigo.
Well, yeah. My wife has vertigo, so
Thank you.
that can get pretty bad. That vertigo.
Yeah.
Okay, see, mending, which for some reason he keeps wanting to push it up to 2. It should be 1. Silk touch, efficiency 5 for 44. Looting 3. And that's it for the librarians. So I need to get Unbreaking 3, which is going to be just as possible as Efficiency 5 was. Okay, he's not going to take for a bit. Okay. That's plenty to get me a level. Ooh, cake. Figures. Do you ever want to just like grab their nose and see if it comes off? I heard that laugh.
No, you didn't.
Uh-huh.
I don't laugh. Laughing's for losers.
Alright, so give me a second. Alrighty. Oh, 1 second. Anyway, that was just my son.
Who? Tell him I said hi.
I'll let him know.
Oldest or younger one?
The younger one. I think eldest is over at his job.
Yeah.
I think. I could be wrong.
Why are you so cheap?
Who?
This car that I'm looking at.
Oh.
May need brakes for MV. May need brakes to save my life. More like it. The heck?
Ow.
It's a good price though.
I forget. What's the Canadian...
Conversion?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, yours was, I forget which configuration. One of them was $1.45-ish difference.
Been so long since I've dealt with Canadian. You'll reset at 8. There we go. Let's see. Flame. Oh, you're going to be one of those.
So $1 Canadian is 69 cents for you guys.
Okay. Not sure if that's going to make a difference. Alright, so you should have traded out. You're up to 8. That's fine. Okay.
$50,000 is $71,977.76 cents Canadian.
Huh. Okay.
I love that.
Okay.
Oh, so tired.
He's going to be a stubborn one. Ugh, excuse me. If he keeps it this, it's going to take 10 million years for me to get that trade I want. You're ready to go. I hate when they get stubborn like this. Definitely makes it a lot harder.
when in doubt, drink water.
Okay. Excuse me.
Apparently, drinking water fixes everything. So, fluids increase blood volume and help prevent dehydration, both of which are important in treating hypotension. Okay, say no more. Ooh. Nice. Really? I guess blood pressure is not a condition that's usually treated. Which seems false to me because I know a lot of people who are on blood pressure medication. But okay.
Yeah, but I think that's for high blood pressure, though, isn't it?
Maybe, right? Because you can't really do too much for low blood pressure except for fluids and salt. I guess the remedy would just be eating salt.
That's why I would generally reference a physician. They get paid for that.
What, you're not getting paid?
No?
Dang it. At least you're free.
I'm not free.
Anyways, moving on from that. Ooh.
Did I say you can go back? I'm trying to kick you out. Bye. Now stop being stubborn.
Okay, well. I'm going down a rabbit hole of scary things.
Stop looking in the mirror.
You know what?
I know a lot of
Get
things.
out. No, you don't. That's so aggressive.
What?
Sorry, that was so aggressive. I didn't mean it to be that aggressive.
It's at these times you have to really think about, is it worth it?
You know, what
Can
scares me the most
what?
is brain aneurysms.
Yeah. That or a stroke.
There ain't nothing. There ain't nothing you can do.
No.
You're basically done for.
Why are you being this way? There's nothing around here that interests you.
Yes, there is. He says, "You don't know what I know."
Err. Excuse me. Right, I could do that yet too.
When your body just doesn't like you and is trying to just destroy itself.
Okay.
How are you supposed to treat somebody if they've had a stroke and you tell them to drink water, but they also have heart conditions and they can't have water?
That you definitely would need to ask a doctor. I have no idea.
That's what I just read. Drinking enough water regularly prevents dehydration. This may play a role in keeping the blood less viscous. Whatever
Viscous.
that word is.
Yeah.
There's no L in it though.
I didn't say L.
Well, it sounded like okay.
Viscous.
Yes, viscous, which in turn prevents a stroke. However, this does not mean overhydrating is a healthy habit. Drinking too much water may be dangerous too,
Yes.
especially people with heart and kidney conditions.
Yes, you can actually kill yourself by drinking too much water.
Because you take out all the salt in your body, isn't it?
That's a good question. I'm not really too sure.
I
I think it's similar to almost like a drowning.
What happened when you died? Yeah. Sodium helps maintain the body of its fluids inside and outside of the cells. When sodium when sodium levels drop due to excessive water consumption, fluids travel from the outside to the inside of the cells, causing them to swell. This happens when brain cells. It can be dangerous, and even life-threatening. I think it's just a bunch of things. Like everything swells. You don't have any sodium left. Um, yeah. Water intoxication. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so when a person consumes an excessive amount of water and the cells in their brain start to swell, the pressure inside their skull increases. This causes the first symptoms of water intoxication, which include headaches, nausea, vomiting. Severe cases of water intoxication can produce more serious symptoms such as drowsiness, muscle weakness or cramping, increased blood pressure, double vision, confusion, inability to identify sensory information, difficulty breathing. Um, a buildup of fluid in the brain is called cerebral edema,
Yeah.
and this can affect the brain stem and cause central nervous system dysfunction. In severe cases, water intoxication can cause seizures, brain damage, a coma, and even death. Dang. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off the um health stuff and you know not scare myself to death anymore. Thinking that I have all these illnesses when it's probably just being dizzy.
Yeah, that's kind of one thing about having this stuff of available to us is we try to
Yeah.
self-diagnose, which is a bad thing.
Yeah. And then you go to the doctor and you're like, well, it could be this, but you know what? It also could be this and this. And oh, yeah, I looked this up and it's most likely this. And the doctor's just like, you just have a balance issue. You're fine. Oh my goodness gracious. I hear zombies.
Well, you should. I have one. Actually, I have two. Dude, I'm about ready to beat you up.
No violence. What's he just not changing?
Yeah, he's taking forever to change. And of course, I'm looking for one of the hardest ones to get.
Are you sure it's a he and not a she? Taking forever to get ready. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did. You didn't hear me laugh?
No.
Want some chickens?
No. They're babies. How dare you pawn them off?
How
They
dare I? What
barely
now?
lived. How dare you sell those babies? They barely lived.
I don't sell. They do take a lava bath. Have you seen a Minecraft trailer yet?
A Minecraft what?
The trailer.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, because they actually cook a chicken through redstone.
That's kind of interesting, actually. How?
What do you mean how?
How'd they cook them? They cooked them alive?
Yeah, with lava.
Rude.
See, instead of having a block there, you would have lava there.
Interesting.
Right between the eyes.
Did he change yet? Yes, he did. No, he didn't. Why'd you... I thought you wanted him to change. He changed.
It's not the change I want. I'm looking for Unbreaking 3.
Well,
My headphones don't want to
because
stay in
you're
my
being
head.
picky. You're holding him up to standards that he might not be able to do. Like, have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, but I'm a slave driver.
Poor dude. Doesn't deserve this type of life.
Oh, yeah, they do.
No, he does not. He needs to be free.
No, they
He
don't.
just wants to be what he wants to be. He's like, why can't you just be happy with me being me?
Because they're my slaves.
Because you're a meanie. You torture them until they give you what you want. It's illegal.
Not in Minecraft.
I mean, I got nothing.
I do gotta kind of laugh, though. Some of the
Why?
controversy that Mojang's been putting out lately. Es-
Oh yeah.
Especially with like the no gun mods and stuff like that. But yet they're okay with like imprisoning or whole societies. It's like, okay, guys, that doesn't technically sound right, but okay. I mean, they still have crossbows. And what is a crossbow? It's a gun that fires arrows instead of bullets.
They'd rather the more graphic way, swords and bows.
No, I never understood the reason behind the curses.
Mm.
I mean, they don't serve a purpose unless you're on like some kind of aggressive server, maybe like a PvP type server or something. But otherwise, they don't serve a purpose.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing, because you can't, yeah, you can't use the potioned arrows on the normal bow, can you?
I think you can. I mean, the strays, they have the arrows of slowness.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not going to want to convert during the night, are you?
No. It's like, I will not conform to your capitalism.
Actually, this wouldn't be capitalism.
Well,
I
torturism.
think this actually would be a form of fascism, really. Because I'm dictating what they can and cannot do,
That's communism.
which is a form of fascism.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
See, that's one of the reasons why communism will never work in the United States.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're just too large.
Not only that, but you guys are pretty open about how you feel about things, so.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I mean, take your guys' healthcare system. It's actually not a bad healthcare system. The only problem being is it's working in the size of a country that is Canada. Granted, you guys are
Yeah.
fairly well sparsed out, but you're still not a small country. You know,
No.
I mean, that's what got me interested in watching
Well,
this one show about the these
I
guys
would,
that airlift med.
yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
would beg to differ that our health is way worse. Because, yes, it's free. We pay for it in our taxes.
Oh, I was
So
gonna say it's
yes,
not
it's
technically free, but yeah,
Um, it's great to go in there, but we have people there that just don't, should not have their license, should not be practicing.
medicine.
the-
You mean?
Oh yeah, there's so many people that die every day because people, the nurses and the doctors don't realize what's going on, or they realize and they just don't think it's happening. Like it's the the neglect in our hospitals and the gaslighting and all of that area is atrocious here. Like, it's bad.
Really?
Oh yeah. My mom, I'll give you my mom's example. She had a heart attack.
Uh-huh.
The EMTs were talking to her like it was a normal freaking day. She got to the hospital and she ended up, like, meanwhile this woman, like, my mom's in pain this whole time,
Uh-huh.
saying that it's like the 10 out of 10, you know, everything, like, it hurts, I think I'm having a heart attack. They wouldn't listen to her.
Uh-huh.
And then this one doctor came by and yelled, "This woman's having a heart attack." She didn't even, she wasn't her doctor, or he wasn't her doctor. He wasn't even a part of that hospital. Nobody knew him. No, like, because my mom went back to say thank you to him, and nobody knew him. She said his name, and nobody knew a doctor that. He didn't even work there.
Uh-huh.
And if it wasn't for that doctor, she would have been dead. 10 more minutes, and she would have been gone. Less than 10.
Really?
Yeah. She's got half of her heart because of the neglect of the doctors and the EMTs. And they literally, like, the EMTs, this was before school one day. I don't know if I believe you and I were talking at this point. Because I was in high school. No, I was in middle school, I believe. And I would have been 14 then, starting middle school. So I believe, if not, it was very close to when we first started talking.
Uh-huh.
If not, it was just before. And she was told by the EMTs that, "Oh, you'll be home before we even get off our shift."
Huh.
Like, it was insane. And just like my personal experience, with my heart condition, it was years and years and years, and I only just got diagnosed with PVC a year ago, and I'm still not even sure that's what it is, because it doesn't seem like that.
Uh-huh.
And I have so many other issues going on, like, it's, like, I don't know, it's, and every time I would go in there and be like, "Look, my heart's doing this, can you please do an EKG on it?" "No, you're too young to have any heart issues." "No, you're fine. It's
You're
probably
never
just
too young.
anxiety." What?
I said, you're never too young to have heart issues.
No. No, you're not. Never.
I can even give you a story about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like some people in your family, like, that you told me about.
Yeah.
Like, it's people are born with chronic illnesses. And
Well, my one daughter.
yeah. Like, I don't know why doctors feel the need to gaslight women, especially in my, like, because women go through, and I'm not trying to get into the logistics of this, but men are given pain meds 10 times more than women. Women are expected to tough it out. "Oh, you guys go through childbirth and that's nothing." Like, no.
Actually, men, it's slowly coming out, but men are over medicated,
Mm,
honestly. And a lot of the reason that apparently is being done, at least this is what you're trying to say, is because of how aggressive men can be.
mm-hmm.
Well, that's because of the chemical imbalances. It's not
Yeah.
because, men are, as general, aggressive, because that's already been proven to not be true.
Yeah.
But it's because chemical imbalances,
Yep.
which pumps us full of whatever the male hormone is for aggressiveness. I forget what it is.
Testosterone.
That's it. When that goes out of whack, it drives you insane. That's like,
Fun fact.
huh? Yeah.
Fun fact. When women are on their monthly cycle, or I think it's either on their monthly or just before or just after. I'm not entirely sure. One of the three. The hormone in their body that's dominant is testosterone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's like um, estrogen. I mean, too much estrogen will drive you insane.
Mm-hmm.
But even we as men, we develop estrogen ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. How according to what science is saying now, how we start as an fertilized embryo, basically,
Mm-hmm.
we are all technically female.
Yep.
Okay. So once the cells begin dividing, that's when the different aspects of the genes within the division start, uh, I guess, identifying different parts of what you're going to be. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
So, so one of those changes is the decision of whether you're going to remain female or become male. And oddly enough, if you look at the mathematics, there really should be a higher percentage of female than there are male.
Yeah.
The percentage of male birth actually is very low according to the mathematics part of it. So that's like, everybody seems to think that breast cancer is just a female thing. No, men
Nope.
can get breast cancer too.
Yep.
Men can actually lactate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
yeah,
most cases of that I've heard is if something tragic happens to the mother and you guys are like they're in a relationship and they have a baby, the man and the family can actually breastfeed.
yeah. That's like, I mean, you don't. Wait a minute, I didn't make that. One second. There we go. Now it's a check line. That's like they did actually run a test, and a man can carry a baby. It has to be, you have to talk about surgery here. We're not talking about,
Yeah,
a,
just
a natural
natural.
birth, but, the human body really is interesting. Take my last accident when I broke my back. Um, all I did was slip. I just slipped on some water, and that was it. That's all it took.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I, am disabled for the rest of my life. There's no fixing it. Did that tree grow? That
Well,
tree did not grow yet. What is here that it doesn't like? Anyway, go ahead.
it's kind of similar to when I fell and broke my hand. Like, it could have been anything on my body, but my hand was the one that got it.
Uh-huh.
Like, just because I was lucky and broke something that can heal easily doesn't mean that the next fall isn't gonna be something more intense.
Right. Give me one quick second, guys.
Yep.
Sorry, that was small fry. So you were saying
I said hello.
I can do that. Uh, I'm sorry. This is when you broke your wrist. You're saying?
My hand.
Oh, the hand.
And
Okay, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I was just saying, like, that could have been my head. Cause the only thing saving me from hitting my head was I was wearing a backpack
Uh
when
huh.
I fell. That could have been my head. But no, it was my hand. And I don't remember because it was a seizure, really. So I don't remember much of anything.
Right.
But from what outsiders were saying, I had fallen and I smacked my hand on the staircase. And when I fell on my back, but I guess my hand kind of hit the like back of my hand.
Uh
Trying
huh.
to set up the scene here.
Yeah. Hi,
I
Amanda.
fell
By the way.
backwards. Hey, Amanda. Um, I fell backwards, and then I was close, like, cause I had just come in the house,
Right.
and my staff had opened the door for me, and then I just dropped, like, right in front of the door, and started having a seizure, and I can't recall anything. I don't remember falling. I don't remember blacking out. I don't remember anything. I don't
Well,
really even
isn't it kind of
remember coming into the door.
isn't that kind of common though with Caesars? People don't actually remember what.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I don't remember walking up the stairs to the house, and I don't remember going into the door. Like, I don't remember any of that. And I wasn't even, like, I wasn't intoxicated to the point where I was blackout. I was drinking, but I wasn't intoxicated to the point where blackout happened. And it was no recollection. That's what, like, bugs me so much about it, because
Uh
I'm
huh.
sitting here and I was like, well, I want to know how I fell. Because one, that's funny. Two, I want to see how I ended up breaking my hand. And three, how did I not hit my head on anything if I hit my hand?
Right.
And, but I guess my staff said, I think the only reason that I didn't hit my head was because I had my backpack on and I landed on my back.
Huh. Well, I guess that would be a good thing then, right?
Who is Lord Von Wolf in chat?
Me?
No, there's an. Why is one green and one red?
Oh, probably because one is because I dual stream. I dual stream on
Oh,
Twitch
okay.
and YouTube. So no, I haven't
I
streamed.
was
I didn't stream
very
this weekend.
confused.
Uh, Friday. On Friday, that was my first real day being back on all of my medications. Um, so I ended up starting to get sick because my body has to readjust to all the meds that I'm on. So That's why I only streamed for an hour on Friday. So I spent the weekend, being sick for all the meds and stuff, and getting my body adjusted so that I can say, "Hey, yeah, I'm here." So ask why what?
Probably what you just explained.
Oh, okay. So oh yeah. It's just a matter of my body readjusting to all the meds, especially since I've been out of insulin. Oh God, for a couple of weeks now, which is really not good for a diabetic. So my brain hasn't been really functionally in the right mindset because of
His
this.
brain went into La La Land.
Yeah. Um, I'm pretty also sure that's why I actually even got sick this because I haven't really been sick for holiday season in like my God a couple decades now, and then all of a sudden here I am sick for the holidays, and I'm like why? And I realized that all my my body chemistry is all messed up because I don't have the meds that are supposed to be in my body to attempt to correct the mistakes that I have with my body, namely being diabetic. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely getting there. I mean, I'm not at 100%, but I'm good enough that I feel normal again, which is something I haven't felt in quite a while. Kind of made it a little hard to stream. Although I did find out I now have a new medical condition that is, if I don't correct it, it's going to kill me. So that's the fun part.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. So,
Mind if I ask?
uh, give me a second. Um, wow. Okay. There's a name for it. I forget it, but it's basically my cholesterol is too high. I think it is, and if I don't get it down, it's gonna kill me. That's how high it is. So
Dang, brother. So you gotta cut out on a
carbs,
lot of food. And,
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Which
No
is
more
kind of
cookies?
hard. Which is I gotta admit, it's gonna be kind of hard for me because I do like I the foods I eat are carbs, really are. But then
Yeah.
again, I used to be
Oh, it's so hard. I was talking.
the jobs I did were all physical jobs, so carbs were a good thing for me at that time.
Mhm.
But I haven't worked in 12, 15 years or whatever it has
Well, and
been.
when you're not getting the exercise that your body needs too, with like your condition that you have already, not saying that you're not walking and doing stuff, but there's still limitations, and your body's used to
Oh, hey,
the
Amanda.
exercise.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. She's on YouTube
What?
as well.
Oh, um, when your body is used to that exercise, and then it kind of just
Well,
depletes
yeah,
the
yeah,
capacity.
exactly. Because before the accident, I'm sure my family hated me for this, but I used to walk for exercise. By the way, a minimum of 3 miles every day. Now, I'm not saying I'm a skinny person. I never have been,
I could never.
but uh, I have walked, and that was like every single day. It didn't matter to me if it was in the rain or not. I still just walked. Uh,
You know what though? And
uh,
this is just you can be the healthiest person on the planet, and you can still get cancer. You can still get anything and everything. Because I know somebody who was his name was Smiley, not his actual real name.
oh yeah, all right.
But he would have these ski poles And every Sunday on the way to church, when I was younger, he'd be walking the 101 on the highway down here. And one day, everybody knew him. He was pretty much famous. Everybody would see him on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Every week, like clockwork, every
Right.
morning. You'd find him on some stretch of the highway. Most of the time, we would be leaving and we'd find him on the same stretch of highway because he was very punctual on his timing.
Right.
But one day we found out that he ended up having a heart attack. This man walked every day on that stretch for hours.
Right. Right. Right.
You wouldn't think that he would have a heart attack because his heart was probably really healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. Depending on how you mean that question, Amanda, yes, I do. Well, that's like the story I like to tell people uh, about a teenager. I think it was like 16, 17, or 18. He was in high school. Okay. He was on the basketball team. And he was a fit kid. So he had just had a physical, I think, like a month before this happened, and he was on the basketball court, and he had a pass made to him, and it hit him in his chest. Next, you know, you see the kid dropping to the floor, and he died due to what is it? Infarction, I think it was.
It's kind of similar with his heart.
Yeah, and you know, and he was given a clean bill of health a month earlier, but there was like some kind of small little hole or something that was in his heart that when the basketball hit him in just the right time and speed and angle and all that stuff, it killed him.
So it kind of reminded me of like a medical thing that they do.
Uh-huh.
If you're having a heart attack and your heart rate is super high, they will hit you in your chest.
Yeah, it's called a thump.
Will reset. Yeah, because it'll reset your heart rhythm.
Right.
So I'm wondering if that was kind of similar to what he had, and then the hole in his heart added to it.
That's a possibility. Yeah, you know, it's just the point is though, you just don't know. You know.
I know. And you're never guaranteed tomorrow. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the racquetball court with a friend of mine playing, right, and I was in the front position. He hit a return ball, so of course, you know, I don't know if you know what racquetball is or not, but
kinda.
well, okay, it's kind of like playing tennis in a box, except there's no net and the walls are what you use.
What was I gonna say?
I'm not sure.
I think that's called squash here.
Squash? It could be.
Yeah.
Um.
You're in like a cement room with like the tennis kind of / basketball flooring.
Yeah.
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 And you bounce it off the wall.
Yep.
And you got an opponent and you try to like make it, I think it's bounce off the floor once or something like that.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. If it bounces more than once, it's considered, you know, dead ball.
Yeah.
So, don't mind me, guys. I'm eating. So, you return the ball right into the back of my head, neck area, and it hit it. Once again, it's just like one of those things where it hits it just right, and it damn near. Excuse my language. I apologize, but that's the expression anyway. Knocked me out.
Oh yeah. Well, it's when you're fighting too. Like doesn't matter how good of a fighter. If somebody hits you in the right spot, you're out.
Oh yeah. I mean, see, that's the thing is a lot of people don't realize, you know, because they see everything on TV and the movies and stuff. All this stuff is choreographed. It's all fake.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is Elizabeth. She's my moderator.
Hello.
So, anyway, uh,
I do
everybody.
think me and your oldest sound a little bit alike.
You think so?
I think so.
So,
Yeah, I think Rico and I. Because when I listen to the VODs afterwards,
uh huh.
sometimes it's hard for me to tell
Oh, okay.
who was who.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's why when you see boxing rounds, they're timed because you wouldn't get the event that you want because the fatigue that builds up
Mm-hmm.
in. I mean, you're talking even professional fighters here.
Yep.
Their bodies still build up that lactic acid, which fatigues the
Mm-hmm.
body and everything.
Yep.
That's why boxing has rounds.
Mm-hmm.
If a fight goes more than 2 minutes, you have an epic fight.
Yep.
Most fights are a minute to minute and a half max. You'll hardly, I should say, ever see a fight go more than two. A real fight, I'm talking about.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much. I feel like I've shared this before, but when I was in jail, there was this one girl that would fight till she had them in a chokehold, and she would not let them go. She did not care, and there was a couple girls like that.
Well, that's actually a different scenario when you're dealing with something like a chokehold. Because you're not, I mean, you are physically exerting yourself,